Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. Today is Sunday, February the 1st, 2026, which means we're making another latte video for a late latte. So this is what we're using today from Eureka Micro Lots. This is whole bean Sulawesi Rantai Karua. I don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly. But the tasting notes, raspberry, almond, and cola, you really taste the raspberry in this one. It's very good. Highly recommend. Sarah has been dialing it in this morning, so hopefully it's good. I had trouble getting it to taste the way I wanted it to, so hopefully her trial and error from this morning makes it taste a lot better than what I had the other day. So let's go ahead and portion out 18 grams. For our coffee maker, you can actually fill up the grinder and just leave your beans in there. But we found for this one in particular that when you do that, they kind of start to taste stale. So what we've been doing is actually just measuring out our coffee every time we need it. And then using that instead of just leaving beans in the hopper. And overall, yeah, that gives a fresher coffee taste. So this bad boy is already warmed up because Sarah made coffee this morning. You'll probably see that video in a little bit, and this one shortly after. So let's go ahead and grind. Again, Sarah probably dialed this in this morning, so this should be good. All right, so that cut out a little bit, but the grinds are done. Let's go ahead and tamp here. Perfect tamp. They always recommend doing it a few times to knock loose all the extra grounds in there that come from the tamping head. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a quick rinse. Now again, Sarah probably dialed this in this morning, but I will probably pull the shot a little early, just so I get exactly the 36 that I'm looking for. Beautiful. All right, a little over, but that's because I wasn't really paying attention. I was looking more at the camera than the actual coffee in front of me, so don't do that. Anyway, here's our crema. Looks phenomenal. Smells good as well. Let's go ahead and clean this bad boy real quick before we continue. And I always like to give a quick rinse both before and after just to knock loose any grounds in there. And then since we're not making any more coffee today, I'm just going to go ahead and rinse this out. All right, now that that's rinsed out, let's go ahead and get our milk steaming. So this particular coffee machine only has a single boiler, so we got to get this warmed up. We just brewed some coffee, but we got to get the steam wand warmed up, so I'm going to get that going. That's nice and hot there. So once it's steaming, you can go ahead and let it rest, but you do want to get back to it in a short amount of time because you don't want the heat to dissipate too much, because then you'll have to repeat the process of warming it up again. And actually, I'm just going to steam it again real quick to make sure there's some good steam coming out. see. I waited just a little bit and now it's kicking out water instead of steam, which is okay. Just warm it up again. All right, say that's good enough. You always want to give your steamer another good steam just to clear out all the milk. Make sure that's clean for your next use. All right, now this milk looks a little thin, so we may not have gotten it this time, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Either way, we're still gonna have some good coffee, so here goes nothing. And it looks like our milk is a little too thin today, but you know what? It's still a good latte. Yum. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good Sunday.